can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. When my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do?
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. Call that a very strong gain of 24. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
It's a give to Freeman running right. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
To throw again on second down, Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From the 39, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
From the 24, Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 yards there and a first down. Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether they're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes out and matches up. In any event, anytime you see man coverage, you tell your guys you got to win those matchups, because if you do, you'll get the football and probably for a nice game.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Regular. 61, matchbox lights.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Alert.
Mark 55. Mark 55. I hope you brought your lunch, because I'm about to
Point it right.
Switch.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Man, that's trash.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Dontrell Hilliard, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger, he'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. He spins free. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, Haywood.
First down, Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
55 is mine, guys. 55. Let's get the ball.
Go, go.
SOS. 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 SOS.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Devin Bush in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. To throw, Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Devin Bush, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. You good? Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Like that. 230. I'm coming for you.
They'll try to run it. This is Conner. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A first down throw for Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hurry! Watching you five.
Down to lose one.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Pistol.
Son, I'm coming for you, son. Mike.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Here's Higgins out of the right side. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16.
Alert!
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it with Johnson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt, his 14th touchdown now on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey! That's me. 48 for Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
48 Mike. 48 Mike. Right here. Hey, alert 33.
On second down, Mayfield again. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
48 for Mike.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Hey, orbit. Mike, point it right, point it right, point it right.
Watch the curl, watch the curls. 48 Mike, 48 Mike.
3rd and long for Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And absolutely zero surprise that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Washington's got it. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Easy, easy. $44.
53's the Mike, 53, check 53.
Little spacing.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Watch twins, watch twins.
Kings. Hey, Delta.
48 Mike, 48 Mike. Bandit. Check 48's the Mike.
Run.
48's the Mike.
Hey, let's pin it.
And again, it's Mayfield. And a throw right sideline is complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line.
48, Mike.
Hey, alert. Greystone, Travis.
Kill.
Hey, alert 33.
Check 52.
Real. Hey. High 7.
Mayfield on first down. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Here we go, D. Here I come.
Pistol.
48. Hey, we don't like the 48.
Hey, Zoo.
It's getting that home. 48.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
Check, takes 3. 218, chop it. Like I said.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Black 80.
Right there. 56. Squeeze, double.
Middle.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Mike 56. Mike 56. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step back.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
133. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Set the tone, defense.
Hey, echo.
Defense, let's go.
Hurry.
Mike 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. You don't know no better. Jack 16. 53. 53. Mike. It's been a long day for you.
Here's Roethlisberger. Toward the pylon, caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. To the right side, complete to Taylor. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Mike, 55.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield with it once more. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
To throw, Mayfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Snickers. 44.
56.
Hey, Charlie.
Right there, 56.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. 30, 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 78 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make a minute.
Nowhere to
escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. After the sack on first down, Mayfield. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. A big play there on the catch and run, an even 50 yards. On first and 10, Mayfield. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taywan Taylor, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Freeman again. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. There he goes left side. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. Mayfield now over the middle. That's caught by Taylor. And down inside the 15 he goes. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 11-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, D.
Here's Mayfield. Throw left side, complete. It's Hunt. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. They come out here in the I. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Hunt going to run for it. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Black 20. Check. 53's Mike. Alert. 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. I'm scared. Let's go.
Roethlisberger going to throw it, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. This is caught inside the 15. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Ben to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Throwing, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Pittsburgh, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Cincinnati next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.